Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of our man Sarge's War Finale. Let's finally finish this game and get Lord Malice shown who the boss is. Final mission, guys, let's do it. Malice was close, he's right here. Locate and terminate Malice. Well, he's probably up there. Yep, there he is. He's got 4,000 hit points. That's a lot. I think I'm best taking out these guys first, and then is that Malice? Well, this seems to work. There we go, he was pretty harmed by that, I think. Frick! That wasn't even Malice, that was a frickin' flamethrower, dude. But that strategy works. I'm gonna do that again because that totally worked. I just needed to not get hit by the frickin'... I should probably take care of this guy first. I've got too many guys around me to really do that. Oh, hello. Heavy armor. Yeah, coming up here is a bad idea. What am I doing? Right. I wonder how much damage the sniper rifle does. 100. Not a lot. Freaking flamethrower guys, honestly. Sarge, can you target these guys? Right, let's do this again. Frick! I took a direct hit there. Right, I need armor. Really could use armor. Armor? No more bazooka armor. More bazooka stuff. Can I hit him from here? Frick, am I taking damage during the cutscene? That's so unfair. Right. Jeez. I've got lots of these Green Beret guys. And I've got Malice right over there as well. Let's run. Running seems like a very good idea. I don't really have many powerful weapons. I mean, I think I'm gonna win. It's frick. Every time I think that I've got some time to just stop and target the guy. Right, this could be it. He's going down. I just need to finish him, and then before the next wave of Green Berets get to me. And he's gonna go down.
This is for the
It's done.
Malice.
We did it. We did it. We beat the game.
Before I kill you, why?
You still haven't figured it out, have you? You don't remember
Remember what?
me.
Major Gooding? I was looking into the face of a dead man. Or so I thought.
Now you remember. Do you also remember how you left me to die that day?
Left you? What are you talking about?
Go ahead. Finish me off for good this time.
But you were... I saw it. And then he told me. He recounted the events of that day. But his version was different than mine. When the squad was ambushed, he said he took the first bullet. And the second. And the third.
Hawk. Hawk. Don't leave me.
They're all dead.
No.
Let's get out of here.
God, no. Don't leave me. Damn you. You left me to die.
I thought you were dead.
I was alive. But when the chopper took off that day, Major Gooding died. And Lord Malice was born. Eventually, the Tan found me. They pieced me back together. They showed me more mercy than my own nation.
You murdered the innocent.
No one is innocent in war, Sarge. Since that day, I've dreamed of making you suffer the way I did. I wanted you to pay.
It was over. I'd waited for this moment for so long, and now I felt nothing. Malice was dead. Grim, the heroes, and Vicky, all dead. I tried to make sense of what happened, but the only clear thing that kept ripping through my skull was that war makes no sense. War is hell, all right. And hell is for heroes.
Alright, so did you catch that? Did you catch that? The final glimpse of the moment, the thing there? The close-up on the metal containers? That is what sparks the fan theory about the game. Now, here we go, let's view our medals. We should have everything, we should have 100%ed complete, done this entire game, and we have. We have done everything there is to do in the game. Brilliant. So, what it says... Right, let's just continue and see what is going to happen. Is there a credits that I can talk over? Credits would be good. No, there is not. Not at all. Right, okay. So, this is actually really loud, so what I'm going to do is we're going to load... Because this menu right here is extremely loud, so I'm going to just move over to the save game and then talk over that. Now, the fan theory of the game is that you saw those metal containers, right? The ones that had all... You had Colonel Grimm, you had Vicky, you had Riff, and presumably the rest of them had the rest of the heroes. Now, the fan theory is that the heroes weren't actually killed. Remember, Sarge sent them away for R&R. It is plausible that Lord Malice had those heroes captured and placed in the tanks that we see at the end of the game. And he created clones using their mold, because he could have captured them and then got their molds by using them to get their molds, and then created clones, sent their clones in, and then killed clones without actually killing the heroes. Now, that is the fan theory of the game, is that you didn't actually kill them, because it's very difficult to explain the metal casks without that fan theory, because why would they be there? I've seen someone trying to debunk this fan theory, saying that really they're just there to symbolise the heroes' deaths, but that makes zero sense. Because why would Malice need those tanks in his personal command centre to symbolise the heroes' deaths? I mean, he didn't have anything against the heroes, it was all against Sarge. And a vendetta completely against Sarge. Now, why did he keep the Cures alive? Well, to get their molds. Why didn't he capture them and need them alive? To get their molds. So he could create the clones. And then, maybe he just never got around to killing them. Maybe he kept them. Maybe he thought there was some use. And then, killing the clones would have provided a massive psychological damage to Sarge. I think it's very likely. Because I can't think of a logical explanation about why those tanks would be there otherwise without this theory. So that is what I believe. I believe, because I don't believe there's any other logical explanation for why those tanks would be there. I don't think they're a metal coffin, because the bodies were melted in Greentown. So there wouldn't be really anything to put in a coffin, essentially. Some people don't really believe in this theory. Some people think it's just diehard fans of the series just clinging on to, maybe that's true, but I would like one of these people to come up with a genuinely valid explanation for why those tanks were there. And why they resembled, if you think back to Green Soldier, when the heroes were in the tanks that kind of kept them subconsciously alive while they made Omega Soldier. If you think back to that game, then the light in the tanks resembled those lights from the tanks in there. So it's very plausible that the heroes are being kept alive in those tanks. Personally, that's what I believe. The heroes might not be dead after all. It's kind of I don't know, Sarge did kind of completely miss them, so it makes you wonder what happened to them. But that's what I believe personally. If you have any theories of your own, please leave them in the comments. Now, a snap review of the game. Very good game. I enjoyed the game. I can't deny that I enjoyed the game. I've powered through this in about 4 days. I've powered through this game in less than a week, I think. So RMN RTS isn't even finished. Episode 28 isn't even uploaded yet. So I'm going to be very good on videos for the next while. But essentially, it's a really good game. The combat, I can't fault. The combat is the best combat we've seen in an RMN game for a while. The story is a good story. It's a gripping story. Graphics, they're actually mightily improved. I'm not a big fan of the design changes for the soldiers, but I guess it's fine. It's not a big thing. The graphics look fine for the game of its age. The voice actors, I've voiced my not liking the change of voice actors. Don't like that at all. The killing of the heroes, well, killing in air quotes, not a big fan of that as a story element, but it is redeemed if they're actually alive at the end of the game. But we really would have needed some kind of, I think it would have been better if Sarge had found them alive, and that would have been a really, really good moment, I think. But yeah, this is a good solid, and as much as I actually like the story, especially if I take the headcanon of the heroes are alive, it changes the story in my view. So overall, I'm actually going to give this game, because it was quite good. It was really repetitive. The combat was good. The combat was fun. Blowing holes in soldiers was really good, and something that should have been there from Iron Man for a long while. Negatives, I can't really think of many. It was an easy game, short game. So I can't really give it a good, really, really high score because of how short it was and the voice actors. I'll deduct 1 point. I'll deduct 2 points for all that stuff, and I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I actually do like that. No, actually, that's too high. I'll give it. It's not that great. It's not that great. As a standalone game, it's all right for a nice little experience, but it's nowhere near as memorable as some other Armament games I've played. And as a game in itself, without considering and comparing it to the rest of the Armament series, it's not amazing. It's okay. It's above average. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So, thanks for being here for this Let's Play. If you've watched one episode or all episodes, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and leaving me a comment. And as always, join me next time for more Army Men when we begin Major Malfunction, which is the final Army Men game that I will be covering for the foreseeable future. It's one that I don't have high hopes for. I've heard bad things about it, but then again, I heard bad things about this game and I actually ended up enjoying this. But I've heard really bad things about Major Malfunction. Like, if you think that killing the heroes off was bad, wait till you see Major Malfunction. Wait till you see Major Malfunction. I'll see you guys next time.